Oh, so finally we are back again, and I hope in at this time the streaming will be getting smooth, and we will start this revision session without any interruption. Okay, so right now the timing will be 4, and let's start this streaming session. Is anybody who's just in the last streaming session? I just sorry for that disconnection and that interruption because I don't know why my system is lacking so much. But I just open a code editor. It's not so much heavy code editor, but I still just why this not working. But right now this is working almost okay. And now let's start the streaming session. Okay. And you everybody know that we have to just build and complete to do one stack application in that streaming session. Okay. So if you are excited to build this web application from scratch, so this streaming is for you. And I use this streaming session to just escape the tutorial hell. Okay, if you are a person who also is stuck in a tutorial hell, this is the wake up call for you, and this is the last chance you have that you can break your tutorial hell and you can escape it. Okay, because I know most of the developer who learning coding right now, they are stuck in tutorial. They just watch the tutorial and do coding, and when they just stop the watching tutorial and then go to the build project, it will fail. Okay, so right now, so in this we have build it okay without and watching a tutorial. I just watch a tutorial in the early morning and just understand how the entire project flow will be work. So in this streaming session we have just built and created completely. Okay, so now let's start the session. If you are excited, just comment down anything and I just will be. If you are excited, just comment down. Okay, and just start the streaming session. Just wait a few minutes. Just wait a few minutes and I just like should I need to just delete this streaming session or should I need to wait? I just edit the what the hair fall is that? I just like we bailed in just few months because I just my hair fall is getting so hot. Just didn't know. Just why I'm just putting this something like I don't need it. I just unlisted this streaming. Okay, just select it and check the visibility and convert the visibility into an uh public, not public. Just like it's already at public. Just convert it to a private and just update this video because we don't need to just like no. And now okay we are right now we are just back to the streaming session. Now let's build the project. So first thing in this streaming session we have I don't use a VS Code editor. I use an anti-gravity code editor that will be developed by Google, and I just use it to build my auth application. If you don't know what is auth application, I just build in the live streaming session. If you want the link, you can simply go to that streaming and access the link from the description. Okay, now just start the streaming. We can just simply go to our code editor and I just use anti-gravity. Okay, if you anybody who use the anti-gravity tool editor, if yes, just comment down. Okay, just comment down if anybody has used anti-gravity code editor, because I use it from last 2 days and I really like this code editor. It's also better than cursor because they just the workflow they will give you without writing a code, it will be awesome. And if you just use it, I think you have really like it. Just go to the desktops and I just create a complete project. So just go to the portfolio and profile portfolio. Just like key, should I just okay, just career and this is not necessary. So we just go to the portfolio project and just create a new folder here. And the folder name should be just like to do them to do man लिख देते हैं ना to do man and just select this folder. Okay, and in this folder we have built our full stack merge stack to do application. Okay, if you are excited, just comment down. You are excited to build this project. You are excited to build this project? If yes, just comment down. Okay, so now let's build this project. Simply go to that and create a two folder. The first folder is, we just simply don't need to just create a folder yet. We have just simply go to the npm. We have generated ins npm install Inst- npm create na npm create wheat at the rate latest. Okay, so we build this web application, the front end of using a wheat. Everybody know what is wheat. We have used to build. We have just want to create in a development phase, so we use the wheat at the latest. You can simply just enter it and our repository download, and now we have to just write the project name. So we just enter the front end and just enter, and just I choose the React, and I use the JavaScript, and just set the enter, and all dependencies will be installed, and you can see it that in folder. Okay, and after that folder we have just simply run the our simply go to the 5173 localhost, and here I can see that our React application is started and working properly. Okay, now just set up a backend. So we just simply go to the another terminal and just create a cd backend, not cd backend, because I've just notified it. Okay, the problem is just we have to just write the, we have to just create a manual folder from the name of backend, enter, and just go to the backend. Right now just go to the backend, and now we have backend folder. We just write the command npm init, npm init, and just write simply select enter. Okay, just enter on okay, and our backend is successfully created. And here the package JSON, where we can see our all the modules and dependencies that have been installed in a backend. And now we have to just install the Node.js. Node is already installed in my system. If Node.js is not installed in your system, so make sure first thing you have to download it. Then you need to install an Express.js. Okay. Is anybody have a question related to anything? Just ask me. Okay. I'm just here to give an your answer as well. Okay. And now we just go to that install the, and we just need to install npm install express. Okay. Because we have to use an Express.js. What is an Express.js? Express.js is the framework of Node.js to build to use a backend in simple and easy and lesser code. Okay. So I use Express.js to work in that code. So I just install npm express, and now we have to just need to install a npm install nodemon. Everybody just anybody know what is nodemon? We don't need to refresh our server again and again, so we use the nodemon. That will be a just run your server again if there is any changes in your code. Okay, that's it, and nothing. And we have just installed the npm install nodemon, and we have to just also need an npm install mongoose. Okay, because we in this project we use the MongoDB, and mongoose is a library and framework, whatever, just it's a library framework. You have to know, just comment down what is mongoose is a library or a framework. Okay, and we have just write that npm install mongoose and just select the enter. When we install all the dependencies, we have to install the npm init, express, nodemon, and mongoose. Okay, so right now just it's time to create a, is everybody know, is everybody can easily visible the code? I think it's so much. Is anybody the code will be visible? If yes, just write down. If code is visible to everyone, is code visible? Is my screen is visible and the characters in the code editor will be showing you clearly? Okay, so let's, and here you can see that, here you can see that our all the dependencies will be stored in that folder. Okay, we have Express, Mongoose, and Nodemon. And now just go to the front end and clean the garbage, that unnecessary file that we have actually don't need in our file. Okay. Here is app.css. We don't need the style because we use the style from using a chat GPT, because we have don't, why we just not need to, doing a style na. I'm not a creative front-end developer. Okay, I'm just working or I like to work on a logic thing. Okay, and just remove the RAFCE and just why it's not working. Should I just need to install the extension of React? Okay, just install this as the publisher, and I think now it's working. So just I don't need. It will be suggestion the React code. Okay, as well. No, bro, I use a CSS. I know also Tailwind, how to use a Tailwind, but it will be just so complicated if I have to build a styling. We have work on functionality. Don't invest so much time on UI. If I just need it, I just go to so many AI tools that help us to create a interactive UI design. So we just work on functionality, ki how the things gonna work in the crude operations. Okay. So I just use plain CSS because I just don't make this project complex because I just building this project myself as a fresher. I'm not so much. Okay, I'm just agree with that. I'm not efficient right now, so I can just build a complete project from scratch and without watching a tutorial. So I'm start with the basic project, and then just my skill will be increase. I will just use uh Tailwind in my few projects. Yes, it is an actually easier that vanilla CSS. Yeah. Tailwind CSS is actually so much easy. You don't need to write a bulky code. You can just need a one line of code, just design your entire container. But when it's come to the CSS, you need to write lot of code. I totally agree with that. And okay, if you have just one key, I can also install the Tailwind CSS and use it into a chat GPT and ask it, it's given best style. No problem. Okay, so now it will be installed, and now just simply go to that. There is nothing in autosave. The file will be an autosave का option का autosave. Okay, we don't need to just write down control S. Okay, so just go to that and write down RAFC and here just enter. Okay, RAFCE and just set enter. Why it's not working? Okay, we need to enter in the anti-gravity. In VS Code we use tab. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, and just it will be a suggestion. Just okay, no. I just don't need a suggestion so much. So what will be the contribution? Just like yeah, if I use the chat GPT and AI to. So where is the option that I can just disconnect it for just few minutes, few hours? If I can, if I need it, I can use it. Agent and tab and snooze. Okay, so it will be snooze, I think. Okay, Control I for command, Control L for agent. Okay. So now it will be post. Okay. So here is don't need to write a to dos. We just simply write the to do app. Okay. We just simply write the H1 enter to do app. Okay. And now we just simply run check our code and here we can see that a to do app. Okay. It's look so bad because we had don't use any style tag. Okay. And now just go to the now just creating a nav bar, है ना? We have to just creating a nav bar. So first thing we have to just go to the app dot main.jsx and need to clear some basic file like you don't know the app. There is no nothing a bad code of code. Take care. Here is the app node. And if we have to just creating, we need to build a nav bar. And if we have to create a nav bar, I think we need to before starting this front end code, we need to create our server first. Okay, because ये चीज़ तो होती रहेगी. ठीक है, now just build our front end file is set up. ठीक है, here you can see that the code will be a to do app. Okay, and now just set up our backend file. So just close this tab for right now. ठीक है, because actually the system is getting slow right now, so I just don't want to lag करे फिर से. Okay. So we have just node look the package.json. So we just convert this, the type will be module, so we can use the import function. Okay, because if we has use a import, the thing that will be not working. So we use a type, and type should be a module. Okay, and the script should be, first thing we need to just write the dev, and the dev will be nodemon and index.js. Okay, nodemon and index.js. Okay, index.js, enter. And we not created index.js file yet, so just created a new file with the name of index.js and just enter it. Okay, and here we can just simply create our first server. So we just simply write a import express from express, enter. Okay, now just create our app. So let's write the const app and just write an express, not just like express. Okay, so our all the node packaging manager will be installed in the node app. Okay, no bro, I am a BCA student. I'm a BCA student. Create the backend first, then front end. Okay bro, I'm agree with that. So that's why I'm just created a backend first, then I will jump to the front end. Const app express, and we just need to assign our port number, and port number should be 4000. Just and just we have to run this server now as well. So first thing we have to need to create our first route. So just simply write the app dot get name post now. We have to just post the method now. So we just use the post method and just write down a route. This is a home page route, and after that we have just need to write the callback. A callback is a request and response, and after that this is an arrow function. Here we can just simply send the response dot send, and send will be just simply send the data of, this is the, if we use the API thing na backend, so why we just use this, just use the JSON type data. So just import the middleware, and middleware name should be just import here. Okay, just spaces app dot use JSON na, app dot use JSON. Okay, and now here we can just simply send the message should be this is the home page. Okay, now just go to the app dot listen. Listen, is anybody know who's listen? What is listen? What is listen? What is app dot listen? And app dot listen should be and just like it. Hmm. Is anybody know what is the role of listen? If not know, just I just tell that कि listen क्या होता है? Listen is just you have to just in that you just find a address. You just need to give an example port. ठीक है? That is a port number. ठीक है? A computer there is so many doors. ठीक है? There is so many doors, and you have port number is just like you have to run this port on its specific location. Okay, so you just simply define your location using a port. ठीक है? And listen is just like you send the request on that door. ठीक है? Port is just like a door, and listen is a person who just said कि we have to go on this port. Okay, we have to just run the server on this particular port. And here we just need just give an arrow function. So we just also see it in the our terminal. So just write down a console.log. I think we have to use the lexical scope, a backticks, just like this server is run on port number, and then put the dollar, and the dollar will be, and the server will be running on port number, and just write the port. Okay, so it's working. So now we have to just simply ev- I think everything is okay है ना, हर चीज ठीक है. And just go to the package, and we need to start, we have to add the start script also. So we just use the start, enter, and also need to write our node mode and index dot ठीक है, index dot js, enter. Okay, so now let's run our backend server. Just need to run a npm, just go to the that thing, npm run dev. Okay, so script dev mismatch. So let's, it is an something stat and dev. Should I need to first thing write the start and then dev? Just wait. npm run dev. No, missing script dev. To say list of script run npm run. npm run. Okay. cd backend. Okay. Okay, we have node to the backend for, and now just npm run dev. Okay, so now our server is here. You can see that this server is run on port number 4000. Okay, so we just simply go to our browser and just simply write down a local host and enter a 4000, and just cut down and just simply enter. And here you can see that we don't see anything in that code. Why our server is successfully running on port number 4000? Why it's given error? Should I just need to disconnect this? Why? Just like, wait. I don't expect it just will give an error. Should I just write down a wrong root address? Response dot send. Should I okay. So we use the get method, and get method, if we have to use the get method, we have to write down something. So we use the galat, so we use a wrong HTTP request, है ना? Wrong, not a HTTP request, it will be comes to an HTTP. Just like, wait a second, what we have to tell this thing? Why we have just tell you a wrong thing? If I don't know, I just need to, this is an HTTP method, है ना? I just use the wrong HTTP method. Okay, so our index.js is started. Our front end is set up. Our backend is set up. Now just go to the front end and handle the just design the front end. Okay, so we just simply we need to create a component folder. We create a folder. A folder name should be started from a folder name is just like we just a component, just component रखते हैं. Component. Okay, and इस component के अंदर हम डालते हैं our file. The first will be a navbar. Okay, navbar dot jsx, enter, and just RAFCE, enter, and h1, enter, and to do app. ठीक है. Here is our to do app. Not a to, we don't need to do app. Okay, the 10 minute will be gone. We start again. That's okay. So first thing, we need to create our container, and now we just write the div here. Okay, so div enter enter, and then every navbar has just something. I think we have to need to use in this title because it will take a time to just styling an entire page. So first we just need to write a to-do app because it is an work as our it is work as logo. Okay. So h1 and we just need a class name. No need a class name. A class name should be our logo, है ना? Class name logo, so we can style it after the everything, right? And just we need to write the UL and UL tag and enter and just create a link, है ना? So we just simply write li enter and just need to write link as well, है ना? Link to home and just tab it. It will be successfully created a link, imported link from React Router DOM. So we don't install the React Router DOM yet. So we just I think we have to install it first. So just go to the CD frontends because we use the React router because if you have navbar, you can simply say that whenever you click on the tab, we'll be switching it without reloading, na? So we just need a React router DOM. So we just go to the CD frontend folder and just install the npm install React router DOM and enter. And I think now it will work. Okay. Okay, and just simply go to, and here is nothing we can output will be show because we have not import the nav bar. So we just simply go to the nav and pass the nav bar here. Okay. Okay, we successfully created a nav bar here, and then we just go to the page and let's check the output. Okay, here we can see the to-do app. Okay, is our server is not working. I think we just need to close it and run it again. Npm run dev, just enter it. Okay, just refresh it. Is there anything error in that code? Just go to the console and I will just see a base name that will be just given another React router DOM. Destructor React router DOM by component from navbar. Port link from React router DOM. So what I don't understand why is given error. Type error cannot be destructive property based name to the React and used it is a null. Add task. Okay, enter view task. Okay, view tasks. Okay, and now just we need to go to that. What's given error? I just can't understand it. Why the link gives so error? I think you don't declare the routing. Oh, you correct. You said psych because I don't declare the routing yet. I just need to go to the app.jsx and we just need to put it where a main.jsx and put that app into an routing. So we just simply गुड नोटिस ब्रो गुड नोटिस बिल्कुल सही किया था आई एम जस्ट ट्रैकिंग कि क्या हो रहा है एग्जैक्टली इसलिए वर्क नहीं कर रहा सो जस्ट नीड टू राइट we just simply write a browser router ना हाँ here you can see that a browser router ठीक है we wrap it and now just go to that and still give an error of the index dot c dot element okay just okay So here is our application, and here you can see that view task and view add task and view task. So we just need to go to the our app application, and here is our nav bar, and we should just need to delete it and just need to write our roots. ठीक है, roots लिखेंगे, and then we just, before we have just putting down enter, we just need to understand what the role of that is. ठीक है, roots we have just like कि हाँ, what kind of roots we have defined in that nav bar. ठीक है, so we define this root and this root. ठीक है, whenever we are user click on this link, ठीक है, it will be go to that and it will be change the root, and then whenever the root changes, it will just give an option. ठीक है, you can just see that I'm just getting a tab and tab, just change root path, add an element and add task. ठीक है, and now I just go to that, and I think whenever we are just click on to the thing, we have just need to import as well. Okay, imported one. That's the use of, if it is the best thing to use an AI tools, if you have to just know how the actual things are gonna work in that code, because you have to understand it line by line. ठीक है, what the role of that code. ठीक है, and just refresh it, and why this is not still an error. Add task is not defined. Add task is not defined because we have just created a, we don't creating these two pages as well, है ना? So we just need to create a pages first. So we just create a pages with the name of add task dot jsx, enter, and rafce, enter. ठीक है, h1, enter, add task. ठीक है, we just working on that form action just after the creating both pages. ठीक है, and add task, and now just creating a new file with the name of view task, view task dot jsx, entered, and go to the dot jsx file, view task, na view task, and view task, just write the rafce, enter, and just format document. ठीक है, is anybody who just using a React or a Vue.js? Is anybody using Vue.js in building web application? Okay, so it is a view task. Okay, then I just go to the my page and head check. It's still given an add task is not defined. Add task. We just created a view task and add task. So I think we have not imported add task in that. Okay, so we just need to import as task from component. Okay, so now it will be imported. Right. And here I can see that when we click on add task, it will be add task, view task will be view task. So that's mean our React router DOM is working successfully. Okay, so now just style the navbar because it's looks so dirty. Okay, so we just simply go to that src and create a folder name with folder name with like name using style. Okay, we can also use the क्या कहते हैं, tailwind css, but we don't use it because I don't want to just make the project so complex. Okay, style, and we just create a new file with the name of navbar dot css. Okay, and let's, हम इसको फास्ट करते हैं कैसे. We just simply go to the navbar css. Okay, and just go to the navbar and just copy this entire code. ठीक है, and just go to the code editor and just no react only. Okay, you has use the react only. Have you ever used Angular JS as well? Because I'm just now okay, I just completed an entire merge stack, and just when I go to the company, they just also asking me, you all know Angular JS, and I just learn something about Angular JS, and it will be just you need to uh you need to know Tailwind CSS as well. Okay, if you don't know the Tailwind CSS, well, sorry, what the fuck I'm just saying the Tailwind CSS. I'm just saying a TypeScript. Okay, you need a TypeScript to just learning Angular JS, है ना? ओके, जस्ट क्या कहते हैं, ऐड अ क्लास नेम, ठीक है, इन दैट फाइल, ठीक है। अब हम चैट जीपीटी का थोड़ा अच्छे वर्क फ्लो में यूज करेंगे इन एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज द गुड मेथड टू यूज देन एआई टूल। ओके, स्टाइलिंग यू हैव टू जस्ट नोट नीड टू स्टाइलिंग अ क्रिएटिव इफ यू हैव अ क्रिएटिव माइंड। आई जस्ट वांट कि तुम ट्राई करो, इफ यू हैव नॉट अ क्रिएटिव माइंड जस्ट गो सो दैट इन रिएक्ट सीएसएस बेसिकली, ठीक है। So here it is in css, just copy this code. Okay, just copy this code, go to the go in that code and just replace it with that. Okay, and this is format is look dirty but just okay, and here is a css file, just copy it and paste it into the navbar.css, and just go to the navbar and import style from navbar.css, ठीक है। And now let's see what our actually our to do app look like. It's not look so impressive right now. I think we have to just go to set the styling of main.jsx, because I think it will be taking a browser margin padding, ठीक है। So we just set it to a go to the stars, and we use the universal selector and just put a padding 0, a margin 0, a box sizing, a border box, ठीक है, because in okay, so just check it, and now we can see that this will be look like add task and view task. Okay, this will be working successfully, but CSS is not impressive yet, so we just simply go to and copy and just set key, give me attractive UI with little animations, with a few animations. You need to learn better technology. Man has become minimal, bro. It is not enough to gonna get your place. You need to learn better technology. Yes, bro. I just realized कि मतलब ना, if you are just working, learn DSA, learn Gen AI, DevOps, working there, and get a 10,000, bro. You are just scared me. Why you just commenting like just ki learn? You have already learning DSA, merge stack, Gen AI, DevOps, system design, and then you get a 10,000 job. Bro, don't say you are joking. You just say कि you are joking, ठीक है? तुम मजाक कर रहे हो, bro. Just say कि मजाक कर रहे हो. Because currently I'm just learning a DSA and I'm not so good in DSA. I'm just currently working on array, ठीक है? When I just study DSA, हमेशा array से शुरू करना पड़ता है. पता नहीं क्या किस लूप में फंस चुका हूँ. And month तो पूरी हो चुकी है. Gen AI में just like using a building a project using APIs, generative AI APIs. HR sucks. They want everything in unpaid salary. Bro, I just agree बिल्कुल. Yeah, I know the company HR sucks. They want everything in an unpaid salary. Bro, I just said कि I will be located in Dwarka, ठीक है? And in the in the Noida, you have just see so many companies. They just want you कि just work for they you work for them, and they just want कि तुम पैसे भी दे दो उसे, एक तरीके से काम भी कर लो चाहे तुम ही पैसे दे दो. ऐसा चलता है just like you can easily earn up to 70,000 a month. I think you should try cold call. And I think you have to try the cold call, and you have to enhance the skills as well, because if you just see the merge stack is not easy. Okay? When it's come to an interview, there is so multiple complex question. Okay? So if you are an expert, what you have rating yourself in a DSA or merge, just give your rate, just me a rating. Not give me a rating, give me a rating to yourself. What you rate in you as MERN and DSA. By the way, I have just get a 10,000 internship, both are as just like a front end development. Okay. And you just said ki you have this kind of skill and you are still working for a 10,000 job, bro. I think you need to find the better opportunity. Month stack is saturated, bro. Bro, month coding is underrated when it's before coding. मतलब before COVID, ठीक है? After the COVID, the coding will be becoming so मतलब कि हर कोई एक्सेस कर पा रहा है यूट्यूब पे ब्रो तुम देखोगे ना इफ यू हैव जस्ट गो टू द एनी कोडिंग कोड दे विल बी गेटिंग अ मिलियन व्यूज यू जस्ट थिंक कि मिलियन व्यूज हिंदी में कंटेंट देख रहे हैं और लर्न कोडिंग तो जस्ट रियलाइज समझ ही लो कि मतलब सैचुरेटेड कितना ही हो चुका है कोडिंग 8 JSX okay we just go to that भाई सही बताओ तुम मुझे डरा रहे हो शुड आई नीड टू लर्निंग another skill but it's okay to be okay not okay ब्रो जस्ट सेड कि इतना सब कुछ आने के बाद 10,000 में जॉब कर रहा है ब्रो I think you need to start a startup. You need to start a startup. Just A and B. Let's check the UI right now. Okay. Oh, it's look impressive by the way. Okay, ठीक है मतलब okay okay सही है चलो. So now let's build a add task page. Okay. Should I just need to connect the database? First thing I just front end का basic nav bar तो बन ही चुका है. Now just connect the database. Okay. Just connect the database. So just create the our database. ठीक है. I am make over 67,000 a month cold calling people. You are making a 60 or 7,000 a month, bro. Are you crazy? Are you? Bro, you just said ki 8, bro. So you have almost know everything about a month stack, bro. How many hours you have studied, bro? Because I am doing a month stack seriously for the last 3 to 4 months. ठीक है? You can just check my Git repo and that will be वो तुम्हें समझा देगा कि मतलब बंदा 3 4 महीने से पढ़ रहा है. Otherwise, it will be a completely blank. Is my streaming getting disconnected or any issue? Because I just will see the viewer says a buffering issue. Just check the internet speed right now. Internet speed should be, I think, a very not so good. But in the that I just like go to the OBS studio, it will be say it will be 1000 kbps speed, and I just set the bitrate will be 999. So maybe it's not, it's lag free. Okay, let's check the upload speed. I think 12 Mbps download speed is enough to getting a live stream without any buffering issue, है ना? So here we can see that just connect our database. Okay, now let's connect the database. So just go to the our cloud storage and now just we have to build the new project and the new project name should be I just used uh to do month है ना to do month just like use a to do month ठीक है and just create a next and just create a project. Who is calling me again and again? I just like a Geo company. Okay, it's a friend. Just wait, just wait a 2 minute. I will be just back in soon. Just wait, just few minutes. Best friend का कॉल मिस नहीं कर सकता हूँ. Hello. हाँ. आपका डाल दो बोलिए एक मिनट आप बोलिए. So, हर किसी के अर्जेंट काम ही रहते हैं, कभी खत्म ही नहीं होते, so just like कि कोई नहीं, before we have, still I have time, so before we just close this streaming session we have to just set up our database, then we create a rest of project tomorrow, ठीक है, because it will be not an easy to build an entire project from one slot because I'm not an expert, I'm a still a learner. Okay, I am working as a full stack and the company provide me a cursor ID paid version, and cursor literally do everything. Bro, you said ki cursor do everything, so they just choose you to just use code cursor ID. मेरी आंखें खुल रही है या फिर मेरा दिमाग फट रहा है? बिकॉज यू हैव जस्ट सेड कि उसने तुम्हें कर्सर आईडी का दे दिया, जस्ट सेड कि 10,000 लो और 1 लाख का काम कर दो, ठीक है, बाकी तो आईडी संभाल ही लेगा। ब्रो तुमने तो मुझे डिसअपॉइंट करा या फिर मुझे क्या कर दिया भाई? एंड यू आर जस्ट ब्रो, यू जस्ट टेल मी यू आर इन विच लोकेशन, आयुष ब्रो, आर यू लोकेटेड इन विच लोकेशन? Just tell me, is I am doing coding in a correct way or not? Is I'm doing coding in a correct way or not? Because just you said ki a company just give you an cursor IDE valid plan and they just you code it. So should I read the code in correct way or not? And just you, I just want you to just if you have learn all these multiple skills, so how much time you take to learn all of these skills? And if I have to learn as well, so what is the correct way to learn all these skills fast? Because I just feel ki I will be a very slow learner. Okay, you are doing a remote job. Okay, well, very great. Because remote job is just like there is so many chances कि तुम्हारा आने जाने का खर्चा तो बच जाता है, तो 10,000 पूरा पूरा आ जाता है. And just like bro, you just tell me कि if you have to learning any skill, this kind of skill, how much time you need take? तुम्हें कितना टाइम लगा मतलब? Just tell me that कि how much time you take, you just if you have an completely new, so what is the correct method to just learning by आपका Upwork per account? And no bro, I don't have created a Upwork account because I'm not an expert bro, I'm just a learner. I'm just go to the Upwork, Indeed, LinkedIn, everywhere just after this month. Nah, I don't know multiple skills, I don't know man, I only know man and Gen AI. Okay bro, you have only know man and Gen AI, ठीक है, अब ठीक है। तुमने ये चीज बोल दी ना कि मुझे मरन आता है जय नहीं आता, तो ऐसा लगता है कि चलो दो दो स्किल आती है बंदे को। यू जस्ट सेट के डीएसए भी आता है भाई तुम्हें, यू जस्ट सेट मर्न भी आता है, डेवलपमेंट भी कर लेते हो, डीएसए भी कर लेते हो, बैकएंड भी कर लेते हो, so why the company need an another employee? You are enough ना, you are enough to handle an entire workflow in that company. but bro I just want you कि तुम मुझे थोड़ा एक बेस्ट वो बताओगे, बेस्ट वे टू लर्निंग थिंग फास्ट, because I will think I will be very slow, I'm learning so slow. I just said कि MERN will be booming in 2024, ठीक है? And I just purchased a course, but I don't complete it because of, I just already told you, I will be distracted by some few, not few, I'll be distracted by one thing, okay? And just waste my entire year. So that's why I'm not completed MERN. Otherwise, I will be just completed in 2025 January February month because 1 year. But just don't worry, देर आए लेकिन दुरुस्त आए, वही चीज है, ठीक है? So bro, just tell me ना कि what is the best way to learn this skill fast? Just tell me, ठीक है? Otherwise अच्छा नहीं लगता। बताओ if you have this kind of skills. I will be just connect the database, so we just please chat down what is the best way and a fastest way to learning code, the skills that have you already learned, you already know. Okay, so it will be done. Let's go to the database and just create a cluster, and cluster name should be, please don't copy the my URL, ठीक है? Because otherwise I just need to change it after the streaming. Okay, I just change it after streaming, ठीक है? Just create a password. A password should be just need to hide. and write down a password. Password should be, I just think I need to write a password. Password for the क्यों करना है? Just like key. Oh, okay. And now just create a database user. Simple. And choose a connection method, and I use the MongoDB for VS Code, and I just simply copy this and cross it. Okay. And I just simply go to the our anti-gravity tool, and now just create a folder name config. Okay. Why I just need a folder? I just need a one file na, so just don't need I don't create any folder. We just simply create a file dot db dot config dot js and just simply enter and just write down import mongoose. Bro, why are you suggesting me this kind of code, bro? मैं अपना दिमाग कहाँ लगाऊंगा? जस्ट अभी मत करो, ठीक है? बाद में बताना, ठीक है? इसके चक्कर में भाई साहब ऐसे ही दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा। तभी मैं सोचूं कि अच्छे खासे कोडिंग की ऐसी तैसी कैसे हो रखी है। इतनी सजेशन दे देगा तो अपना दिमाग का यूज करूंगा, बेवकूफ भी बन जाऊंगा। बंदा तो विल बी अ नल पर्सन, है ना? ब्रो डोंट रिवेल हिज सीक्रेट, है ना? आयुष ब्रो इज डोंट रिवेल देयर सीक्रेट. Why, bro, don't reveal their secret to learn quicker and faster? Because bro is just giving a 8 out of 10. Bro giving a 8 out of 10 rating. So just write import mongoose, just like import की spelling गलत है क्या? import import mongoose from mongoose. Okay. And route just right now uh mongo URL. ठीक है? Mongo, just write mongo URL, and Mongo URL is just copy it and just simply I paste this code. Okay, I can also use a environment variable, but I can't use it. Okay, it's not my choice. It's just like थोड़ा यार क्या मैं फालतू की बात कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? And now just create a function const connect db, and it is an async function, ठीक है? Because it will take time. Just simply entered, create an arrow function and just write a try catch method, just enter. And a try catch method we have to simply create, just write the await and just use the connect, use the mongoose dot connect, mongoose dot connect, and just pass the connect db url there, ठीक है? Connect, not connect URL, just we have to pass the Mongo URL in that code, ठीक है? Mongo URL and just simply press enter, and now just go to the sketch, and we can just also write the log now, and the log will be a database connected successfully. Okay, just database connected successfully, and just we have to just put in into a curly braces. Okay, database connected successfully. And in here we have just simply write down just simply write a console.log. Log will be a internal error, ठीक है? And I thought and I think it will give an error because we have not set the IP address, so we just write the export default and just pass this function to in our index.js. So we just simply write the connect db function and just enter the comma, ठीक है? And we have just go to the index.js and import the import mongoose from mongoose, and we have just passed the connect db and just enter and it will be imported, and we have to just write the .js function as well. And let's check is our server is started. Just go to the backend and just said it will be crashed because Mongo URL is not defined. Yes. It said Mongo URL is not defined. Mongo URL is just working now. So we don't pass the variable const Mongo URL. Now it will be working, and the server is this server is run on port number 4000, but the server will be not started because we have not the under the support number. So just simply go to the cluster, and we have to go to the property identify and access. Just go to the data and network access. Here is the IP access list, and we just simply delete this and create our new IP address, and just should be a 0.0.0.0 and confirm. Yes. Enter. Okay, so now it will be working and just status will be pending. Bro, ठीक है. When I started learning the month stack in 2024, honestly, I wasted a lot of time because I don't have anyone to guide me properly. Around 6 months went my without much progress. After that, I decided to restart from the basic. The most important thing I focused on was JavaScript, and I give it the maximum amount of time because everything is month depend on it. Okay, so you depend most of the time on JavaScript. You are also work give your most of the time on a logical practicing like a basic DSA question. Once my fundamental become clear and I understand both front-end and backend properly, then I start using AI tools as well. Okay. You can use the bro, तो you already know how TypeScript as well है ना, because JavaScript होता है बस टाइप कन्वर्जन की तुम्हें फंक्शनैलिटी प्रोवाइड कर देता है TypeScript है ना. So I think you have already know TypeScript है ना, you already know a TypeScript bro. So I will just understand one thing you just said कि master the fundamentals है ना. I have to focus JavaScript if I have to just becoming a best in one stack है ना. Okay. If I have to just rate myself in a JavaScript, I will rate myself will as around 7 out of 10. So I just make sure I have to just increase it into a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 to becoming a good full stack developer, है ना? And you have then you use the AI tools too well, है ना? So bro, you are just realize कि after the using so much AI tools, you will be stuck sometimes if you don't use you can you write a entire web application without using an AI tool? Because someone is just senior just told me if you have a skill that you can build a for entire web application without AI, you are a coder. Otherwise, you are just not good enough. But yeah, it's they just said. So, okay, this is an active, and now I just simply go to the anti-gravity, and now just close it and run the server again. CD backend and just write a npm run dev and simply enter, and here I can just see this server is run on port number 4000, but our database is not connected successfully. So I think we have to write something, and db है index.js में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है या फिर index.js में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. ओके ओके, वी हैव नॉट कॉल द फंक्शन. हाँ, तो this so here we can see that database is connected successfully. This server is run on port number 4000. So in this revision session, we have just understand how to how we in this revision session we have just basically set up our front end, our back end, and then we connect the database. ठीक है. So in the next revision session, we have to build a full stack. Not the full stack. I just but the thing I've said just like कि full stack तो नहीं हो पाएगा. In the next, we have just create uh add task page, view task page, and then we send the data to the database. and retrieve it, and then we work on the authentication functionality, because in this project I have also created a sign up and login page. Okay, नहीं भाई ऐसा नहीं है, अब तो कंपनी के राउंड होते हैं, लाइक फर्स्ट राउंड जिसमें वो टाइमलाइन देते हैं प्रोजेक्ट बनाने के लिए, उसमें भी लिखा ही देते हैं कि यूज एआई, सो ऐसे नहीं है, एआई का यूज नहीं करना चाहिए। ओके, तो मतलब इट्स गुड इफ यू हैव यूज द एआई टू मेक योर कोडिंग वर्कफ्लो फास्टर ना, जस्ट कि मतलब एआई के साथ अपने वर्कफ्लो को फास्ट करो। बाकी मुझे लगता है कि इफ यू आर जस्ट गेटिंग इंटरव्यू इन द गुड कंपनी, बिकॉज मेरे को जहां तक मिले हैं ना, जस्ट सेट कि बिना एआई के करके दिखाओ, कहते हैं एआई के थ्रू तो हर कोई कोडिंग कर लेगा, तुम एक काम करो बिना उससे करो, एंड आई जस्ट गो टू द स्टार्टअप कंपनी जिसमें मेरा ऑन साइट इंटरव्यू हुआ था, एंड दे जस्ट गिव मी अ बेसिक डीएसए प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है, आई एम नॉट सो गुड इन डीएसए, एंड देन check the portfolio bro, where I can check the portfolio, your portfolio or mine, you are just talking about mine portfolio and your Pratham Singh, you are talking about my portfolio or your? Pratham, but I can't understand, you are just telling about me, check the your portfolio and mine portfolio, and हाँ आयुष bro, I'm just said कि मैं क्या कह रहा था कि they just give me a notebook and give me a question and just tell कि solve this question in the notebook, and I just कि मैं आधा अधूरा कोड करके just I they just rejected me on there, कि कहते हैं कि तुम कॉपी पे कोड नहीं कर सकते, तुम्हें मतलब ऐसे डायरेक्टली नहीं बोला, इनडायरेक्टली मतलब कहने का उनका मतलब यही था, they just said me कि write down code in the notebook, does it make sense, does it make sense to write down the code, if just is given error how I can check it in the notebook, they don't even take a notepad, they just said write the code in notebook, so that's बस बाकी I'm just close, हाँ मैं नोएडा में गया था एक बार ऑन साइट, और मैं उसमें भी गया था एक बार, गुड़गांव में भी जा रखा हूँ, ये जो चीन हुआ था ना मेरे साथ, ये जो सीन हुआ था मेरे साथ कि जिसमें मेरे को बोला था कि कॉपी में नोट करो, ये तो गुड़गांव में हुआ था। नोएडा में मैं 2 3 बार जा रखा हूँ, लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम भाई 5,000 के कहता है स्टाइपेंड, आई विल जस्ट गिव यू 5,000 एंड जस्ट मंडे टू सैटरडे जॉब एंड कम एट 9 p.m. एंड लीव एट 6 p.m. Come at 9 a.m. Sorry, come at 9 a.m. and leave at 6 p.m. And just want ki you just to spend 9 hours daily every single day. Does it make sense? You have to just work on site for just this money. Hello. ओके जस्ट रुक जा, मैं 10 10 मिनट लगेंगे मेरे को, ठीक है। हाँ चल निकल जा, हाँ, ठीक है। ओके बस आई विल बी बैक फॉर दिस, ओके। हाँ मैं नोएडा में भी गया हूँ साइड ब्रो। बाय द वे आई जस्ट नीड एन अर्जेंट टास्क, सो आई नीड टू गो। बाय द वे जस्ट सेशन वी हैव जस्ट टॉक, ओके आई ब्रो। बाय द वे वो जो तुमने मुझे बोला ना कि तुम्हें जैना ही आता है, डेवलपमेंट भी आती है, डीएसए भी आता है, डेवऑप्स भी आता है, तुमने मुझे शॉक कर दिया था पता है। आई एम जस्ट फील कि यार मेरे से ये मेरा कंपटीशन है भाई, यू आर जस्ट माय कंपटीशन, how I can beat you if you have this kind of skills and I don't have, how I can beat you, how I can beat that competition. Okay, chalo. So bye bye guys. I will be back in tomorrow, ठीक है? So just take care and bye bye. And make sure if anybody is viewer just subscribe my YouTube channel because I go live every single day. And you can simply check my daily short vlog as well. So just bye and take care.